That was a fail. Hello and welcome everybody. What is going on? So here today, Kingdom Volume 21, more specifically Chapter 218 to 221. I don't know if it's 221 or 222. I'll see once I get to 221 just to see how that chapter ends. And if that's, there's never really a good ending point. Let's be totally honest here. There's never a point where I can just be like, oh yeah, this is a good point to stop at. But if it's something where it's just somewhat calm, right? Not in the middle, like the last one was, where it's just like in the middle, like him slashing, and it's like, see you next volume, folks. If it's just calm, somehow calm out anything, then we're gonna end it right there. Obviously, this will come out whenever this comes out on the schedule. But besides that, I will say let's get started with chapter 218. So I actually, yesterday I was okay, Frodo, the Wizard of the Forest, to subscribe. Well, thank you. I know I'm not live right now, but hey, thank you. I didn't know that would still show up even if I'm not live. But okay, that's interesting. Since I just read, yesterday, chapter 217. Obviously, for you guys, it will be out like a week apart or whatnot. But since I just read 217, yesterday, I will be skipping over, the typical page with all the characters. I'll be skipping over that. So, as you can see, volume 21, the credits. So this is the front page of Turnip Farmers. Read our releases first at Potato. And that's page 1. So, if just want to make sure that we're all on the right page. Page 1 is just the volume's front and back page, which on the left has Rempa, on the right has Osen. That's the one. I keep thinking like Osun. No, it's not Osun. Is it Osen? No, it's not Osen. It is actually Osen. But I was thinking like Osun because of Ohun. Anyway, it's Osen. All right. That's a nice little cover page with just Shin and Kyoukai. I don't know why, but I'm just struggling to remember Kyukai's name at the moment. Maybe it's because it's not being said that much, but it's just I keep calling him 10. Obviously, it's not 10. It's my dumbass. All right, I'm just being a dumbass right now. And this is the page with just like all the characters. Renpa of the Four of the Kings Genpo is dead. You've got Kaishibo, Rinko, Kyoen left, and obviously the generals. You've got Kanki, Osen, and Mogo, and then you've got like the 3 1,000-man factions. Frodo the Wizard has subscribed. I got a notification on my phone too. Awesome. Yeah, but let's just hop right into the chapters plural. Author's Afterword Part 1. Greetings, this is Hara. I sincerely thank you for the purchase of this Kingdom Volume 21. Due to the number of pages in this volume, the afterword will be starting from here this time. Okay, interesting. First, I want to talk about the game again. Has everyone given there's a Kingdom PSP game? I'm actually quite addicted to it now. It's a bit hard sometimes, but also really interesting. Interesting. I guess I can skip that, considering I've not played the game. Yeah, okay, now that I know that, maybe I'll try and find an emulator. PSP, my PSP is just absolutely ruined. So I'll try and find an emulator or something. That's interesting. Hopefully it's translated as well. Anyway, chapter 2018. 218. I can't speak today. Today's just such a weird day. Chapter 218, Heki's unit with just Shin riding a horse. Heki's unit. So Heki bro is coming along. Alright. No matter what happens, we must bring down, and we're just hopping right into it. Even with Shin being slashing the forehead, I'm trying to slash myself. I don't know why I'm trying to slash myself, but even with him being just slashed right in the forehead, he just keeps going. Same as Ohun, but Rinko is still just like snap, and the armor comes a little off, and the spear grazes his arm, and there you go with Shin just Rinko trying to block, and then Rinko, I don't know what he's doing, but he looks like he's just slashing backwards. And then Ohun comes with a spear, and Rinko just goes in the Matrix kind of style, and then he slashes, hits. I think it actually cuts him. His wound is it opening? Is Ohan's wound opening? Is that what it is? Okay, so yeah, he doesn't have much longer to go, I guess. And Shin tries like catch him off guard, but Rinko's like, son, I don't even need to look at you, son. I know you're behind me. Gotcha. What? And he slashes Shin's arm. Like, you just see the cuts here and here, but it's not fully gone. He still has his arm, but that looks like half his arm is gone. Like, the top cut is like that deep, right? It's like, I don't know how good you can see. It's like that deep. To me, even deeper. That's actually more like that. That's like half your arm gone. Like, if you try to lift something, that part will just fall off. Did anyone else just visualize that? Like, if you're trying to lift something, that bottom part just, your hand and your wrist just falls off. Captain, is this man a monster? Captain, kill that bastard Rinko. Stay back, Captain. The one who will bring this asshole down will be me, Captain. The so-called generals can be split into two types. There are generals who treat even themselves as peace on the battlefield, and those who attract the attention of friend and foe alike, able to change the balance of a battle just by themselves. Even if those two types are both generals, there is a huge difference between. I thought he was gonna say something similar. Haikyuu said, very early on, like the very first campaign, where he said something very similar. Just like how there's a huge gap between Domon and Abi compared to Oki and Rempa. It's obvious Rinko's strength is more on Oki's side than the other. And I'm going to surpass those guys and go even higher. Which is why, to me, this guy is a barrier that I must overcome myself no matter what. Shin tries to slam down, but I can just see the blood squirting out of both of the cuts that he got on his arm. But he just keeps going. This son just keeps on going. Why don't we see whether or not Rempa's flying spear will be shattered by the man who inherited Oki's glaive? And there we go. This is going to be my thumbnail. Most likely, 90%. This is going to be my thumbnail. Just this image on chapter 218, with like Shin and Rinko, just like this perspective shot of both of them on their horses. That's going to be my thumbnail. That's a badass looking shot. And we switch somewhere else. Okay, we switched to Heki. I mean, the chapter was called Heki's whatever, but come on. Meanwhile, on the battlefield to the left of where Shin and the others in the center army were struggling, where the Shin General Osen was currently contesting the Wave forces led by Kyoen. Yeah, Kyoen versus Osen's army. First and second squads hold the line, do not give them a single inch. Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth head down the ridge and exterminate the enemy. Shin Osen army, 1,000 man commander Heki. Hey man, Shin is at the same spot as you now, bro. Heki, bro. Out of the Osen army, which was struggling as a whole, the Heki unit alone stood firm and was pushing back the Wei soldiers. Interesting. Out of the Osen army, which was struggling as a whole. That's interesting. Very interesting. What of General Osen's main army? They're still in the process of retreating to the rear. Retreating? Even though we've opted to remain here and continue fighting, the general is still retreating. Heki-sama, just what? This is certainly extremely odd, considering all of those cities that fell to General Osen's lightning-fast series of offensives, and yet now he's simply retreating. He might have a plan of some sort up his sleeve, but that doesn't change the fact that all the units at the forefront are now being abandoned. So what's the plan then? So long as new orders do not come down from headquarters, we will continue to hold the ground here. Fortunately, both the muddy and craggy terrain here offer us an advantage. Just by fighting normally, we will be able to hold up 3 times as many enemies. That's Heki-sama for you. In 1 year, he's already mastered all the fundamentals of strategy. Yeah. Urgent report, urgent report. A big trouble. What's the big trouble? The enemy commander, Kyoen's main army, is he's currently heading right for this position. And they number roughly 10,000. You guys are screwed. this is the page. The enemy's main army is that good. We won't be able to handle 10,000 just by ourselves. We must swiftly send for reinforcements from our allies. But where on earth are our allies? The headquarters is in the middle of retreating. Heki-sama, we should also pull back. To have landed on a position with such advantageous terrain was a godsend. Being forced to abandon it seems like so much of a waste. But relying on terrain overly much is also a sign of a foolish commander, I suppose. I do apologize if you guys can hear something outside. The window's open. Very well. Form up the men. We will begin withdrawing immediately. Yes, sir. There is no need to issue such a panicked retreat. For the horses here. I'm guessing that's Osen. Yeah. Yeah, that's General Osen. Just with his... I love that armor. That armor is just so badass. It's just so fierce. General Osen. We had heard that the headquarters was in the process of pulling back. Why are you here, General? Going up against this man always feels like you're under amazing pressure. The reason for that is, every single time this general looks at us, it's as if he doesn't even think of us as his own ally. I mean, with a mask like that, he's always going to be fierce. It's true that our headquarters is retreating. I simply took command of 2,000 men, split off, and came here. 1,000 man Commander Heki, I've come so that I could meet with you. Meet with him, is that it? The fact that you have chosen to set up formations and repel the way soldiers at this position indicates that you are adept with tactics. Thus, I am sure you're already aware that there lies a circular location further on ahead that can be used to ambush the way. Indeed, sir. If we're able to utilize that position correctly, we should be able to hold off even 10,000 soldiers with just half that number. Very good. It appears it was worth coming all the way here. I will be handing over the 2,000 men I brought over to you, counting all the other units in the nearby region. That makes a total of 5,000 against 10,000 of 5,000 soldiers. The right to lead those 5,000 men will be granted to you. Heck, okay. Alright, okay. Just as I was just about to say that Shin and all the others are on the same level as him right now, he gets granted the position to have 5,000 men under his command. From this point onwards, you're now in command of 5,000 men. I hereby task you to engage the way commander. So what are you planning to do? Is he planning to go to for a Rempa? Is that his plan? That's a stupid plan, but I mean, it's not really. I mean, if they're that proficient, it's not a stupid plan, but it's just ridiculous plan, I guess. Yes, sir. By your will. Is this wise, handing over 5,000 soldiers to that man? My eyes do not deceive me. That man will be excellent bait. Wow. So half the 5,000 men, what's his name? Kyoin, I think, will attack him, and then he's just gonna come last second and just backstab. Basically, that's the plan. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. You can't. If it works, it works. But I like Heki. He's been there from chapter 5 or so. So, just from that standpoint, I don't want to. I hope to just end up being bait. Anyway, chapter 219, Overcome. As for Moten's and Gakuga units, who were the first to charge into Rinko's camp, they were on the verge of successfully pulling away from Rinko's forces. The rear's at its limits. Sunkan squad switch out with them, yes sir. Reduced to half the original number of 800, and bearing wounds all over their bodies. The toll taken from charging the enemy by themselves was definitely not light. Okay, this guy there has lost his arm. He's trying to hold his arm, but his arm is gone. Flip heck. How are the Hishin and Gyokuho unit doing? We can't really tell all the way from here, but it doesn't seem like Rinko has fallen yet. They still haven't managed to kill him. Ohon, Shin. You don't have to get in, here they come, just more soldiers. I hope you guys haven't forgotten that this is meant to be a surprise attack. And that you're right in the middle of enemy territory. Dally too long and you'll lose your path of escape from being surrounded. Of course, taking Rinko's head is important, but you absolutely cannot misjudge the timing to pull out. Yeah, it makes sense. Chapter 219, Overcome. Kyoukai Dono, please come forward a little bit more. The enemy troops are heading towards Rinko's command squad. They're planning to surround him. Shin Dono, please hurry. The Hishin infantry holding out on the front. Onwards! Batter them! Yeah! I always love these battle shows, like, it just always seems so ridiculous when it's written out. It's like, if you actually hear it, it's fine, but when it's written out, it just sounds absolutely ridiculous. Shizzle. These guys just keep coming. Are they targeting the spot because they know we're at half strength? Hey, Shizzle, it's buckling. Switch out the front line. You have the powerhouses just coming to the front. That save their asses. Don't let your guard down. Hurry and reform on your squads. Yes, sir. Shinnon, we're also fighting together with you. So please, may fortune favor you. And I think we're right. Yeah, we're right back there. I can just see the swings. I can just see the blades and whatnot. And that's somebody screaming. It has to be Shin. So Shin is just going at it against Rinko. Rinko is just still eyes closed and still smiling. And he hits Shin on the side. Did he block? Honsama isn't able to enter between those two at all. As I thought, his wounds must... Great. Yeah, he's basically done for, really. We don't have much time left. Honsama, let us enter the fray too and bring down Rinko. They will just get in the way. Are you an idiot? We're the ones who've been making sure no one interferes with the duel, not you. What? Captain, Shin... It feels like I'm about to lose... He's about to lose consciousness. I can't even hear what my men are saying anymore. Something about running out of time. Sorry, but give me just a little bit more time. I feel like I'm starting to get an idea of something. Of what? The reason why these guys are so strong isn't simply because of the number of battles they've been in. They must have managed to overcome it right in the heat of battle. I love that shot right now. Like, they're like 2, 4, 5 just monsters. They must have managed to overcome it right in the heat of battle. Over and over again. And right now, I think, with just a bit more, I'll be able to overcome... Alright. Overcome my limits. And Rika's like, Nani? Just like, what's going on here? And Shin is just coming back. He is just pulling... Oh, even Ohan is Shin. This boy, has he begun to evolve? And here we go, Shin. This is the comeback, son. The comeback of the century, 2K18. My block is getting blown further and further away. Rinko-sama, I know already. Slashes, I think Shin dodged it, right? Or did he jump? Yeah, he jumped. I think this kid always jumps. This kid always jumps. Just jumps and just, yeah. Go on. You're on a horse, I don't care. I managed to just block it, but... I've lost my horse. His horse? When did his horse get stabbed? How did his horse get stabbed? And even my Ha ha ha! And even my left hand. You just see like the grip on his sword. And like shit, yeah, like if when you're holding something, let me just grab something. When you're holding something, you just see the grip. I like Shin just essentially cut where the knuckles are. Just like, yeah, you don't have a hand anymore, son. Now this is Shin overcoming everything. The horse is done. His left hand is done. Rinko-sama, how dare you shizzly brat. Die, my body hurts. I think that's, oh, yeah. Hurry up and get on your horse. We're pulling out. Wait, just a bit more and Rinko will know. We no longer have the time for that. Are you two idiots? We've already been completely surrounded. I hope you've all made your peace, because all that's left for you is to get captured. They have to take Rinko. I mean, they have to. This whole plan was for that. This reminds me of like when they went up against Genpo. The whole plan was for that and they failed. You can't fail now. So many people sacrifice themselves. Retreating formation. You men in the Hishin unit, come along too. I told you it's loose. Escaping from here it's completely possible. Honsama, we have secured an escape route. That's the Banzu split off from us earlier. Okay. And that's where the chapter ends. Just, that's where the chapter... Are they actually retreating? I can't actually believe that. Like, because this would be, this would be another loss. This would be another loss if they retreat right now. Chapter 220, I mean, he was just, like... He was getting there, right? I don't want to say he was surpassing him, but he was getting there. Like, just for that 1 second, he was like, "Yeah, I'm, don't underestimate me." All right. Anyway, chapter 220. Heki confused. After them, don't let them get away. Kura, move it forward, Rinko. Yep, he's just being left behind. Apologies, General. They've managed to break through our encirclement, but since we've sent out pursuing units, we'll definitely slay them before they manage to. Rinko-sama, thanks. To think I would actually be wounded due to my own negligence. I let down my guard. Was it because I underestimated him too much? But that's not the only reason. That Shin of the He-Shin unit just then was truly powerful. It's like they said at the end of the volume of last volume. He's got like, his base strength is like 89 plus A. And that A just here appeared right there. And even with his arm like being pretty much half cut, he's still like just ready to go. I think even Ohan respects him now. I believe we should temporarily withdraw and reorganize our forces, Rinko-sama. Not only have you been wounded, our men are in chaos too. No, we don't need to go that far. That's probably the last of the enemy. Yeah, that's it. That was it. That's probably the last of the enemy's surprise attacks. Now it's our turn to go on the offensive. This Shin's line formation is in shambles. We'll use this chance to focus all our attacks on one point and make them pay twofold for everything we've lost. Yes, sir. Shin of the He-Shin unit. The real show starts the real show starts tomorrow. Shin left army commander of a 5,000-man army Heki. In the words of Sun Tzu, a so-called Wei Di surround land refers to a specific type of terrain comprised of a steep entrance, mid-ground surrounded by sharp cliffs, and finally, an extremely narrow exit. In other words, excellent terrain for killing an enemy. The attackers can simply unleash arrows from the high ground and when the chance arises, rush down to sweep the enemy in one push, while those under attack cannot even escape to these cliffs and are easily blocked in the bottleneck. Not only that, they are also easily cut off from behind by the enemy, leaving them with nowhere to run. In essence, if one is able to skillfully lure the enemy into this Wei Di, then even defeating an army twice your size would be a simple task. And you just see all the archers just on the side, just like, yeah, here we go, Wei Di. We can't stay here. We need to hurry up and put. No, the front's got. Yeah, no, yeah, they couldn't. Yeah. No, what? And the arrows fly. Report: the first, second, and third have been annihilated. Have annihilated the enemy. They have annihilated the enemy. The 7th and 8th have also destroyed the enemy's vanguard at the exit. The enemy will no longer be able to escape. The same for the entrance. The Wei have lost all of their avenues of escape. The enemy cannot counter-attack at all. All positions are dominating the enemy. Reporting for Heki-sama. Our troops on the left cliff have set off to slay the Wei soldiers before us. They are heading right towards the enemy commander Kyoan's location, and the other squads are starting to move. We can do this. We can settle this in one shot, Heki-sama. Good. Good, but he's sweating. We can defeat him right here. General Kyoan of the Rampa 4 Heavenly Kings, but that guy still looks very, very calm. Kyoan-sama, the enemy forces are closing in. Prepare to receive them. Yes, sir. They're coming from the left too, and the rear as well. We've received a report from the squad fighting on the northeast hill. Now isn't the time to be worrying about battles in another place. No. But what? The enemy that they were engaged with up until last night had suddenly disappeared. So they decided to send out a report. Suddenly disappeared, eh? There's a Wei army that we've lost sight of, yeah, and he's giving the signal. We've heard about this in the last volume that he just gives the signal with the arrow, one of the 10 bows of China. Could it be that? Yeah, all coming here. They're all here. Those are Wei men. Wei soldiers have appeared on the cliffs. They were working together with an army from somewhere else. What now? Not good. I mean, Osen already said this is a trap, alright? So he already knows that something is going, like, you are bait. We must immediately recall our troops back to the top of those cliffs. The terrain advantage, the advantage of this Wei Di, is going to be stolen by the enemy. It's no good. They can't make it in time. Every spot is being pushed back down. Yeah. Heki-san, what is it this time? Enemies from behind. Please run away. Arrows protect Heki. Yeah, you guys are being slaughtered. To run away to where exactly? They got you in your. You were confident. Oh, we've got them in a trap. Now they've got you in a Wei Di. And there we go. Kyoan is right in front of them with just with his quiver and his arrows. So you would be the enemy commander, Kyoen, and he just grabs his bow from his quiver, is about to shoot. Heki's like, oh, I'm about to die. This is my end. This is the end. But I'm assuming Osun. That's why I'm assuming Osun just comes in right now, saves the day in the last second. My body won't move, and you just see a crash on the side, just a giant crash. Everyone is shunned. Everyone's like, and you just see people dying, a glaive, and just people falling off the cliff. What? The head of the O family with his glaive. No, he's not that scrubbed Oki. He's not a side branch. This is the main head with a glaive, with his own glaive and his own staff. They're like, yeah, boy, here we go. You would be Kyoen, am I correct? General Osun. But Kyoen still looks calm. Kyoen looks calm. I'll say this, right? Kyoen looks very, very, very calm. Although I can't tell because he's got his eyes closed. So I don't know whether he's actually shook, surprised, or whether he's just calm. Anyway, chapter 221. Underneath. Hey. I'm sorry, I can't read that afterward. I'm sorry, Hara. Maybe another time. We've recaptured the cliff tops. Once again, the Wadey is in our... This is your loss, Kyoen. That's impossible. There's no way we would have overlooked enemy reinforcements. Kyoen, just what was... Heki-sama, this is it's our victory. We're saying it's true that given the situation, the victory has been decided, but nonetheless, the army on the cliff tops, 5,000 or 6,000 men, just where on earth did they come from? While I don't know the details, it's clear that this was prepared for in advance. Yeah, you're bait. Could it be that from the very start, General Osun saw that I would be defeated by... Yeah. all that awaits defeated commanders is death. That is an iron law of the battlefield, Kyoen-sama. Even if it's you alone, you must escape. However, I am a merciful man. I shall offer you one path to escape your fate, and that is to, and that is to serve me from here on. Swear your loyalty to me and accept me as your master, and I shall spare not only your life but all of your personal soldiers too. Is that how he amasses like a massive army? I don't know if he's gonna take that road. What is he trying to get him to surrender? You will not be treated as a servant. I will reward all of you with land from my own territories. Kyoen, I will have you become one of my closest retainers. Scout at a time. Hey man, well, if not at a time like now, when does it take us for a... Why? How on earth is a general like him meant to grant land? I speak in earnest. My kingdom, roll credits. My kingdom is in need of men skilled in warfare such as you. Kingdom. Yeah, he's talking as if he's already the king of Shin or whatever. You will not be mistreated, Kyoen, but if you decline, this Wadey will run red with the blood of you and your men. And Kyoen fires an arrow which just gets blocked by a shield. Okay, you're gonna die. Most impressive, to be able to pierce even steel from the lands of Chu. The state of Chu was considered to be at the forefront of metallurgical advances. Shall we have him drawn and quartered and fed to the crows? No. Capture him alive. Alright. Osun, there is just one thing I would like to ask you. Was the fact that our forces had been doing so well thus far entirely a performance on your part in the first place? Not one step further, Kyoen. Drop the bow. That's right. What do you mean, Kyoen-sama? There is a reason why we never discovered the army which is currently holding the cliff tops. It's because it did not arrive from somewhere else but have been lying in wait before the battle even started. Man is a puppet master. It's like playing with the people. In advance that the battle would take place here, but he shouldn't have been able to set up an army without us catching wind of it. We've also scattered our forces in response to the Shin splitting up. We've been keeping track of every move. No. We would surely have noticed the disappearance of something as big as an army of 5,000 men. No, we did not keep track of everything. There's one army that we have not been able to get a good grasp on. His main army. Osen's main army is the only one that we've not been able to acquire detailed information on due to it retreating so early on during the battle. It makes sense. He played it from the very beginning. Wow. It's true. We sent people to follow his army, but we never received info on the numbers. So he split his forces and sent one to lie in ambush here without us knowing. The men on the cliffs were taken from Osen's main army. From the very beginning, he knew that this location was a special constricted terrain. That the battle will take. Hey, man. Hey, I can definitely see why Oki would think that he would be able to be like one of the 6th grade generals. I can definitely see why. The reason why he had his main army withdrawn so early was to set up this ambush and to make his withdrawal look natural. He had his forces put up a performance in the early clashes, acting as if they were struggling. What on earth? He actually set things up that the guy's a puppet master. It's hard to believe the opponent's mentality and the course of the battle. Just how far ahead was he able to read with just those tiny hints? That can't even be considered human anymore. He really is the most dangerous man in all of Shin. He really is a monster. My lord. Oh! Oh! Even Osen is shook. I just see another, basically the second fake out. Don't tell me Rempa. Oh, yo. No. Rempa. Where did you just come from, fam? Yep, I knew it. You moved just as I expected you to. Osen. No, yo. I need to go back. This is the goat. This is a yo. Maybe this will be my panel. Maybe this will be my thumbnail. I can almost predict that. Yes. Oh, how? Look, that panel is just glorious. It's just Rainbow just like overlooking everything the way it is. Yep, I knew it. You moved just as I expected you to, Osen. And it was at this moment that an incredible phenomena occurred. The battlefield was. It's like, okay, we've got you trapped. No, we've got you trapped. No, we've got you trapped. No, we've got you trapped. It's like, come on. I'm now expecting Osen to be like, no, I've got you trapped. Just constantly that. And it was at this moment that an incredible phenomena occurred. The battlefield, which was buried in agony, cacophony, suddenly went silent. All of the troops on the field, way unchun alike, simply stopped and stared. And every single one of them felt an incredible heat building up within their bodies, all from that one man. Even the men on the opposite bank realized who was standing there. Naturally, they could not see his face nor his banners, but the atmosphere itself clearly conveyed the man's identity. And when that man simply raised his fist into the air, it was truly as if the heavens and earth itself was shaking. I just see everyone just like, like this guy in the top left is just like, I don't want to spit right now, but that's how he's literally behaving right now. Everyone else though is shaking. So this is Rempa. So this is a great general of the heavens. Heki is shook. Rempa is looking down. But Osen, you can't tell because he's got a mask on. But to me, Osen looks more focused than shook. I feel like he almost predicted it, sort of. I don't, maybe I'm talking too much, but maybe I'm just overestimating him. But I feel like he planned for that in a way. Because he doesn't look shook. He looks like he's thinking right now. Like, okay, what's my next best move? Let's read 222. We're going to read 222, alright? General's caliber. What is it, Captain? What is it? Even from all the way over there, you can hear it and sense it and feel it. What is it? This feeling coming from the left. Motons. It looks like you finally started moving, my lord. General's caliber. And you see Rempa versus Osen. And both of them, like, Rempa just has that full-on smile. Like that looks like... And Osen just looks like... Alright, let's do this. So, hey, we gotta see how this pans out. Though it was often said that the people of Wei tended to lack explosive power due to their serious nature, the appearance of Renpa would cause them to completely throw off their shackles. These guys are totally different from before. Kill them! Kill them all! Heki-sama. The enemy's morale is just spiked. Calm, I need to calm. It's time like these that a commander must be collected. And that's why you have Osen so calm. There we go. Archers. Send them to hell. Fire. Keep. I understand now. Understand what? So long as the cliff tops remain under our control, the terrain advantage granted by the Wei will remain with the Shin army. The only area of the cliff tops we've lost is that small part over there where Renpa has appeared. I see. For Renpa, who should have been at Wei headquarters, to appear here so quickly without us detecting him can only mean one thing, that he's only leading a small-scale army. Looking at it, they only number 1,000 men at most, and taking into account the losses that have been suffered by both sides thus far, it should be 10,000 Shin versus 8,000 Wei. As far as numbers are concerned, there isn't too great a difference. So you have the Renpa army 1,000 men, Kyoan army 7,000, Heki army 4, and Osen 6. The appearance of Renpa might have granted a surge of morale for the other side, but our side still holds the absolute terrain advantage over the Wei Di. Depending on our actions from this point on, it's entirely possible to slay Renpa. I think you're overestimating yourself and your squad. Somebody tries to shoot Osen just somewhere with his shield. It's like, come on now, son. Come on now, son. Kyoan is escaping back to his allies. Shall we pursue him? Leave him. More importantly, our troops in the middle are a mess. Send out the officers and have them reform the units. Yes, sir. Send word to Commander Heki. Yes, sir. So his first move is to reform all the scattered soldiers, eh? Now then, what will be your next step, Osen? What interested Renpa was how Osen would move from this point on. Yeah, same here. We're in the same boat. The number of men on each side were nearly even. And against the Shin's terrain advantage, the Wei possessed the greater morale. There could be no better condition than this for evaluating a tactician's worth. Hey, that's true. Just how would Osen, who was considered by Oki to be on the same level as Shin's 6 generals, handle the situation? Hence, Renpa was planning on using this one batch to precisely evaluate Osen's caliber as a general. All squads are formed up very good. Take care that the main core of our army is not damaged. Understood, sir. Then let us begin retreating in order. Our reaction was to splendidly betray Renpa's expectation. Don't let him take an inch. Basically, don't give him an inch. Don't let him, don't let him read anything about you so that you can surprise him later on. Why retreat from such a good opportunity? I don't know. We're bringing up the rear, and Renpa is shocked. Even Kyoan is shocked. Apologies, Renpa. I have no interest in anything other than battles that I can definitely win. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Foo. So that's how it is. That's it. Just foo. So that's how it is. Alright. The combined Renpa and Kyoan armies would immediately begin a fierce chase of the retreating Shin forces. You're not getting away. Run them down. Kill them all. Heki-san, please come to the front. No, we cannot abandon our infantry. Our cavalry needs to assist the infantry immediately. That's not possible, sir. If already, I do not understand. Why do you look so happy, my lord, when you've been disappointed by Osen? You say I look happy, so it will appear. Then perhaps you're right. Kyoan, which of the Shin 6 have you crossed swords with before? Shin 6, you say? Hakuki. Okotsu. Yeah. Hakuki. Okotsu. Okotsu. Another part of the O family? Could that be like the former head? Anyway, Hakuki, Okotsu, Oki, Kyo. Those 4. And which of those made your blood boil the most? For me, it would be Kyo. Due to the fact that both of us were heavily offense oriented, each time we clashed there would be tens of thousands of casualties. That's because Kyo's attacks really were something. Then which of them did you find the hardest to deal with? As I thought, it would have to be the leader of Shin's 6 great generals, Hakuki. The leader? Was that said already? That's the first time I've heard of it. The leader of Shin's 6 great generals, Hakuki. I knew it. It's the same for me. Hakuki was not a general who took risk. Very similar to Osen. No matter how tempting the bait we laid down was, he would never take it. And the more worked up we got, the more casually and relaxed he would evade us. No matter what time, that man could await. Now that man could always see. I mean, with the eyes, like the eyes are literally straining. I thought like he had I thought he had like a metallic eye or something, like a cybernetic eye, but obviously not in those times. But with those eyes, I mean, could always see right through. I mean, come on now. Me getting angry and chasing him too far, only to be countered, became the norm in all my battles with Hakuki. Why did you bring up Shin's 6 great generals, my lord Fu? I'm not too sure either, but somehow looking at Osen's leisurely retreat just now reminded me of Hakuki. Are you saying Osen is on Hakuki's level? I didn't say it was quite as much as that, but so far their strategies certainly share quite a few similarities. That their strategies are so alike could possibly indicate that the world they see is also very much identical. It's true his sudden appearance back then was quite a well-played scheme, but just that alone isn't. After all, Hakuki really was a genuine monster. Report, urgent report, to the front, an enemy. There is an enemy, just please go on ahead. Okay. Field battles, siege battles, defensive siege battles. I fought Hakuki in all kinds of ways, and just like now, there have been many times where I've pursued him into the depths, and wherever he pulled back to, there was always something. Yeah, there was always a trap, always a bait. There was always something waiting for me, of which the sight of which would cause my entire body to freeze, such as even in the middle of mountains like these, there would be a gigantic fortress constructed right under everyone's noses. So he's very similar to Hakuki. And he's got, look at that. That looks like it's made out of ice. Like an ice fortress. Obviously it's stone, but still. Not bad at all. It's quite rare to see a general capable of incorporating fort construction into his tactics. That by itself is enough as an indication of Osen's caliber. Was this fortress prepared by him because he predicted... As I said, your trap, my trap. Your trap, my trap. Your trap, my trap. What a surprise. Who would have thought that there would still be a man like you hiding behind the shadows of Sin's 6 generals, Osen? And that's where we're going to end it today. I'm going to change one little thing because we ended it at 222. So I'm going to end it right here. Thank you everyone who will be watching this obviously in the future from now on. But I do appreciate it. I will see you guys whenever the next one is. There's actually none left on the schedule. So we'll see when I'm back basically, and then we'll see how it goes from there on. But I'll see you guys next time with chapter 223 to chapter 228, and until then everyone, peace out, and I hope you all have a nice day. Also I want to say Osen, Kanki was good, right? But Osen, he's impressing me a lot right now. Just considering that like Hakuki was that said already? I mean, I missed it, I don't know, but Hakuki was the leader of the 6 generals, and now we have Osen who's behaving exactly like him. So come on now. Come on, if that's an indication, then come on now. Come on. Anyway, folks, I will see you guys next time. Until then, everyone, peace out and have a nice day. Bye.